Good goes, everybody. Today we'll be playing a game called Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Why am I so energetic? It's because of coffee. Where were we? I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. Number 3, we're in encounter right now. We are in Miss Shishido's apartment. Okay. Resuming play from this file. Yeah. Here we go. Mr. Yamazaki asked me to come by. That should be enough, right? I'll just use some notebook paper. Yeah. Well, let's see. Miss Yui. Crouching in the doorway, I ran my pen across the page. I brought class notes at Mr. Yamazaki's behest. Everyone's been worried about you. Sorry about barging into your apartment. Please don't forget to lock your door from now on. As I was writing the note, I sensed a presence in front of me. Until just a moment ago, this house had no signs of human life in it, but now I could feel someone standing directly ahead. Standing and looking down at me. Huh? Fidgeting nervously, I put down my pen, raised my head slowly, and saw a white, slender ankle. Oh, scary? Okay. Shocked, I shot my head up there, and standing before me was Miss Yui. Oh, what was with the ankle thingy? Okay. Yeah. Miss Yui? She was looking right at me, but she seemed decidedly out of sorts. Is that how cold works? What kind of disease does she have? Her hair looking disheveled, her gaze was unsteady, and her pajamas were in complete disarray. She was like a completely different person from the usual Kempt educator we'd come to know and love. Miss Yui, I'm so sorry to have entered your apartment without permission. Here. I stood up frantically and held out the note I'd been writing. But... Huh? Miss Yui was just standing there, stupefied with a completely vacant expression on her face. Miss Yui? I called out to her as gently as I could. But... she was really dazed. She seemed almost like a ghost. Miss Yui, what happened to you? I had a sudden uneasy feeling. Worried, I walked up to Miss Yui, grabbed her shoulders and tried to snap her out of it by shaking her. But instead... Oh no, she's transferring the disease onto me. This just seemed to make her cough. Okay, that's disgusting. Hey, Miss Yui, come on. These were wet, productive coughs, and spit was shooting out of Miss Yui's mouth with each one. Ew. Can we skip this part and move on to the bowels? This is way more gross than than being gutted alive. I frantically tried to shield my face from the spray, but my reaction time just wasn't quick enough. What a dilemma. I put a hand to her cheek and found it thick with a slimy film of saliva. Ugh. Okay. Are you okay, Miss Yui? This is so dumb. Miss Yui hobbled back a little, then fell to her knees with a thud. She had completely sprawled out in the hallway, moaning and groaning the whole time. Miss Yui. Wiping the spatterings from my own face, I leaned over and took a better look at hers. Okay, groan moan. It was bright red. Straight breathing, a stuffy hose, and a visibly high fever on top of it all. She was as sick as could be. I'm cold. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have left your bed. I guess the common cold in Japan is as serious as it looks because it makes you, I don't know, drunk or something? It feels like you're drunk. Cold, but you're dripping with sweat. It's cold. I thought maybe her sweat had cooled her down, but then realized her disheveled pajamas certainly weren't doing her any favors. With her heart pounding a mile a minute and face red as a traffic light, I set about buttoning her up. Miss Yui, you know who this is, right? It's Machida from school. Yeah. This is inappropriate behavior. If you recall, you need to sleep under your covers, yeah. Otherwise, you won't get any better. Are you gonna answer like a normal person would? She absent-mindedly extended her shaking arms like a zombie, slowly reopened her eyes and looked up at me. Okay. It was the gaze of a severely fevered mind. Miss Yui, who the hell is that? Tsukasa? What? Of course the main character gets the hot teacher too. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I fantasized that too when I was in high school. How can you not? You got a hot teacher and like, damn. Miss Yui was clinging to me tightly. I couldn't move, I was frozen in shock. She began to weep. You've come for me, Tsukasa. Who's that? Who's Tsukasa? What a lovely surprise. I'm so glad you're here. Miss Yui, wait, you've got the wrong person. It seemed like I wasn't getting through to her at all. This isn't how the cold works. You're just, ow, my head hurts. That's it. Okay, whatever. And the sensation of her chest as she held me was making it virtually impossible to find her grip. I was utterly powerless against this opponent. I never realized before just how soft a woman's chest really was. Are you sure? Because you have plenty of opportunities to do so unknown me. I'm just saying, it happened in a previous game. God, am I that weak-willed? I had to remind myself that Miss Yui had me confused with someone else. Mustering all the strength I could, I gripped her arms and tried to pry them off of me. But she was a lot stronger than I'd anticipated and wouldn't let me get away. I was so scared, Tsukasa. I was so scared. Who's Tsukasa, though? Scared? I never thought you'd actually come. Flustered yelp. As she squeezed me tightly, I felt as though my upper body might collapse under the pressure of her softest parts. That's the dream. I was blushing uncontrollably. Miss Yui, please let go. No, I won't. But wait, so she can't understand some stuff, but okay. Come on, Miss Yui. I struggled to wriggle free, but Miss Yui only grabbed me tighter. Our bodies were getting more and more intertwined, and every time I squared, Miss Yui would just pull me even closer. Tsukasa. What? As her chest rose and fell erratically, droplets of sweat slid down into her cleavage. I could feel the heat of her fever radiating off her steadily encroaching face, as well as the shoulders I grabbed in an effort to push away. Stay here with me, Tsukasa, please. I'm telling you, you've got the wrong person. Questions were swirling around in my head. Why was Miss Yui crying, and who was the Tsukasa person? And I was most concerned for the state of her pajamas, which had become even more disheveled during our struggle. Miss Yui, your pajamas, your pants. Huh? They're sliding down. Of course it is. Tsukasa, you're so warm. Yui, please. Realizing that not a single word was getting through to her, except for that one part. But she was like, no, I won't. Let go of me. No, I won't. Well, wait, how do you understand that, but not understand the following words after that? I sighed resignedly. I'd taken care of Yuka any number of times when she'd caught a cold and drawn a fever, but I don't recall it ever getting this bad, because it doesn't happen in IRL. Miss Yui was usually calm, collected, and rational. Who would have ever imagined that a fever could leave her so thoroughly discombobulated? Okay. The infamous gap moe. Like, hey, she's mature, yada yada, intelligent, knowledgeable, and then on the other side, she's actually really, really feminine and cute and adorable. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, wow. Miss Yui, seriously, pull yourself together. I put more strength into my resistance and finally her arms relaxed just the tiniest bit. but her expression changed drastically. No, no, please.
先生
Miss Yui, I'm Satoshi Mochida, not Disu. Please don't go. Please. Miss Yui was acting like a spoiled child. Slipping out of the shoes I'd still been wearing, I again drew close to her sprawled out form. There was no way I could just leave her here like this.
後で気がついて
I sure hope none of this seems too sketchy after your fever breaks. God damn. When will this end? Is this how you introduce characters? Is this how you what do you call it? Expand their lore? I still don't know who they are though. They're just interacting with more and more stuff. I honestly think it would have been better if Satoshi was like taking Yuka around each and every character's daily lives. At least Yuka will know. Yuka's gonna be the avatar, the window through these characters' personalities, these characters' lives. At least by that, Yuka's be like, "So what do you do?" And you will be like, "Yeah, I'll do this. I have a cat. Yeah. I remember when I was a child, yada yada." But it's just fucking unnecessary. You could have used that time to properly introduce your characters, but you didn't. You made it even worse. You gave us some shit that everybody's already seen in other media. I know. I like anime. And I'm like, what, 99 plus years old? I've seen it all. It's kind of like, this shit again. It's checking up all the tropes. I mean, I'm not complaining if it's executed properly. This is terribly executed. Like, hey fellas, have you seen this in an anime? Well, we're gonna do it here. Again, who are these characters? I don't know them. This is terrible, honestly. Fucking stupid. Miss Yui let out a lethargic groan, perhaps in response to my quiet murmurings. At my wit's end, I grabbed hold of her and did my best to carry her into the back room. Oh, fuck me. Gently wheeling her over to her unfurled futon, I then carefully laid her down, making sure I didn't drop her in the process. Then there was the matter of rebuttoning those pesky pajamas again. How pesky. I hesitantly pulled up her pajama bottoms and brushed away the stray hairs that were plastered to her brow with sweat. I'd done my best to avoid seeing anything I shouldn't, but I am a guy, so my heart was pounding the whole time. Miss Yui's pajamas were soaked through with sweat. She really might have been better off with a change of clothes altogether. But no, that would have been going way too far. Hoo-hoo, fellas, look at me. Teasing softcore porn, basically. I wish I could find a towel or something, so I could at least wipe some of that moisture away. Huh? Noticing a convenience store bag carelessly tossed to the floor, I glanced inside. Hey, she already brought cold packs. Well, that's convenient. Why wasn't she using them? Jeez.
先生
Miss Yui, this might be a little cold, but bear with me, okay? Yes.
これでよし
Alright, I think that'll help. Wait, he's close with the cat now? That's okay. Alright, I think that'll help. The cat is too trusting. Manette? Yeah, that's the name. I placed one of the compressors on her forehead and pulled the covers over her. Sigh. Miss Yui appeared almost instantly relieved. She exhaled contentedly and her breathing became more relaxed. Finally, she was asleep. Oh, come on. Even in sleep, Miss Yui seemed to be suffering. Oh, Manette, were you worried about your master? I don't blame you. When Mr. Yamazaki said she was sick, I had no idea it would be this bad. Yeah, because no one would expect this. You'd expect this from a drunk guy. Manette had coiled up on my legs without me noticing. I began absent-mindedly speaking to him. But then again, yeah. I remember when I went to a dog and cat cafe. I sat down on the floor on the cat's sides, part of the... Is that a store? No, place or something? I don't know. It's basically a cafe with dogs and cats. So I sat on the floor, and this one cute kitty cat was like, hey man, can I sit on your lap because it's warm? The air conditioning is too cold here, man. I guess that makes sense. He mewed in response and our conversation ended there, as my gaze was still fixed squarely on Miss Yui.
さて
So what do I do now? Miss Yui,
俺
are you okay to be alone right
このま
now?
ま帰って
No,
も大丈夫
obviously she's not. Groan. She wasn't in any condition to respond. But,
ゆい先
Miss Yui, Miss Yui's hand had slipped out from under the futon and was gently grasping my pant leg.
あの
Hey. Sigh. Her grip was much weaker than before. But I knew I'd probably regret it if I went home now. Miss Yui just seemed really lonely.
仕方ない
Well, guess I'll settle in then. Of course. This feels like some high schooler wrote this. A high schooler who wrote this in one of them fantasies or something like, man, I have a really hot teacher, but he's actually really, really yada yada. Oh boy, without disturbing Miss Yui's hold on me, I took a seat beside her. But then again, this is also overly done in a lot of anime media, so I'm like, come on, do something different, please. If you're wondering on how to write a teacher-student love thingy, I highly recommend watching the anime We Never Learn. That teacher there is fucking brilliant. She's mature, she's stoic, her expressions are great. Then we slowly get to know her bit by bit, and I'm like, wow, this anime is great. And I was like, man, I was so having fun with the anime that I went ahead and read the manga. It's even better than the anime, of course. I'm like, yes! And what's fun is that each of the heroines, I think there are 6 of them, now 5. I think it's 5. Yeah, it's been a long time since I read that, but I still remember having a lot of fun with it. I remember each heroine has their own ending. I'm like, yes. Why can't they do that? I mean, visual novels do it all the time. Why can't manga do that? Who cares about canon? make the heroines happy, man. Where was I? So yeah, the anime is called We Never Learn. Try it sometime. For the time being, I'd figure I'd watch over her and make sure her condition didn't worsen. Groan, moan. Occasionally my back. Miss Yui's breathing would become ragged and furrow her brow. Okay. She was in a pretty bad way. Poor thing. Wasn't there anything else I could do? I glanced quietly down the hallway. I noticed when I carried Miss Yui here that the kitchen near the entrance was perfectly neat and tidy. There wasn't any indication it had been used that day at all.
飯
I wonder if she had eaten anything. Huh? Manette's gaze shifted suddenly. I followed it and saw pet bowls laid out in the corner of the room. One dish was filled to the brim with water, and the other was piled high with dry cat food. Okay.
なるほど
I see someone's eating well around here, huh?
熱出してあんな
Even delirious with fever, she's still taking real good care of you.
でもさ
But that's not good, Miss Yui. You should be thinking about your own meals first. I shook my head at the whole situation, then glanced down at Manette, who was tilting his head as if trying to understand me. I broke into a wry smile. When I pulled out the gold packs, I did notice some cheap convenience store food in the bag as well. I guess that was going to be her food for the day. Not exactly the best stuff to eat when you're sick.
米と
There's rice and eggs at least.
卵がゆでも
Maybe I'll make egg porridge or something. I knew it. I knew she was gonna make that egg porridge. When I saw egg, rice, okay. You know what that means. Is it really that easy to make egg porridge or something?
先生
Miss Yui, may I borrow your kitchen? Yeah. Her face was bright red and her half-painted, half-contented noises provided me with no clear-cut answer to my question.
仕方ない
Don't think I'm going to get much out of her. How about you, Manette?
もうね
Don't I have your permission to use the kitchen? Excellent. Thank you. Manette's cries help assuage? I don't know that word. My guilt over entering a woman's apartment and borrowing her kitchen. Not that I had any reason to feel guilty, I don't think anyway. I mean, circumstances were what they were. Still, I had this nagging sense that I should have somehow felt bad about what I was doing.
ゆい先生
Excuse me, please, Mr. Yui, I'm going to need to get up. One by one, I gently peeled off each of the fingers latched onto my pant leg, even though he just said that she had a very weak grip. But now, what? Each finger? It doesn't look like each finger, it looks like just one finger. But okay, whatever. The expressions on her face changed as I was doing so. I am contented to rest to mild annoyance, but there was nothing to indicate that she might wake up. Oh, come on. Alright then, let's see what we can do, shall we? As I stood up, Monette mewed happily and began tagging along at my heels. Achoo. And Monsieur, now resting by herself in the bedroom, let out a sudden sneeze. Come on. Oh, thank God. Book of 3, Episode 3, Encounter. Ah, come on. We're still not done with this shit. Achoo. Yeah. Eek. Come on, Yui. Gross. I just got sprayed. I bet you a lot of people would love to be that. Would volunteer to be in front of her. Sorry, I got a real tingle in my nose today for some reason. Honestly. Tissues, where'd I put them? Oh wow, did I get that much on you? Here, use one of mine. It's the least I can do. Great, don't mind if I do. What? She was talking to me. May I have one too, please? Let's see, here we go. Thanks. Thank you for the tissue paper? Okay. You guys really should keep extras with you, you know? Heh. Well, sorry. Honestly, what the fuck? Come on, get on with it. Jesus Christ. So what are we talking about again? You remember we were talking about what it's like to be seniors now. Oh, I know, right? Can it really be just one more year before we graduate? Well, graduation is important. Don't forget, there's life afterward to think about as well. Huh? Our careers. Oop. No, I really don't want to think about that. Well, there is a reason we've been subjected to all those career counseling sessions, and it's because our futures are just big question marks right now. No kidding. What are we going to do with our lives? It's scary. Any ideas, Yui? You have any plans for the future? Actually, I've got it all figured out. What? I mean, she's already a teacher. Isn't that future enough? I don't know what to say. Well, don't leave us hanging out with it, girl. Well what? Oh, so this is the part where Miss Yui was a student? Right. She's hot. Damn. My name is Yui Shishido. I'm 17 and my dream is to be a teacher. Well, she fulfilled that dream. I butt into the lives of others without a second thought, and I spend most of my time doing nothing important. But I believe that even someone like me can make her dreams come true with enough hard work. It's like a Miss Universe speech or something. Why is it called Miss Universe when it's taking place on Earth? Did the aliens not get the memo? Kisaragi Academy 5 years ago. Yeah. The cherry blossoms were in bloom and the rustling wind carried with it the soft warmth of the season. Wait, if she's 17 now, 5 years ago, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, so she's a teaching assistant at 22. Okay. I was in a high school senior now? What? I was a high school senior now and was devoting myself to my studies in preparation for the day my dream could become reality. And that dream was to become an English teacher. You suck at it. My grades were on the fence for getting into the university I wanted though. Lol. So my best bet was to score a special recommendation from the academy. Alright. So basically be a suck-up? Phew, that was a lucky break. When I got called to the office, I had no clue what it might be about. After school one day, I was summoned to the teacher's staff room. We're using magic? I was freaking out that maybe I'd failed or my grades weren't good enough for the school I wanted to go to, or something terrible like that. But it turned out my fears were all for naught. You have no rival in your academy, they said. So if you keep working hard, we'll be happy to give you a recommendation. Man, that was ever a pick-me-up. I feel like I could take on the world now. I'm going to have to make sure I don't let this chance slip me by. So this trash can, why exactly is it so ridiculously heavy again? Because it's full of trash? It's full of failed writing drafts of this game. Carry this beast to the dumpster is going to be the death of me. Ha! Oh, wait. It would be funny if she actually got crushed by trash, but she wasn't. I think she died uh, from the ceilings falling on her or something. Yeah.
なあ
Hey, who the hell is that? Huh?
突然
I
声を
turned around, still holding the garbage can. The voice belonged to a male student I had never spoken with before. I'd seen him around a lot, though.
彼は
His name was Tsukasa Mikuni from class 7.
そこ
Watch your step, there's a root sticking out of the ground here, and it's pretty easy to trip on. Or, just take the trash can away from her. Like a good gentleman would. There you go. What? Yeah, he just warned you, and you're like, did the complete opposite of it.
あ
Ow. Haha. Hey, what's with the big idea laughing at someone else's misfortune? That is funny, and it's also one of the basics of comedy. Well, it's not funny. Shouldn't you be asking if I'm okay or something? My bad, my bad. I forgot how human interaction works.
いいよ
Oh, you don't have to help clean up. You'll get your hands dirty. Well,
別にいいよ
don't worry about it. It's the least I can do after laughing like that.
ありがとう
Thanks.
うん
No problem. That should be everything, right?
拾い終えたか
What? Okay. You're not gonna help with the trash or something? Yeah, looks like it. Cool, let's go then. I remember it well even now. This was my first time talking with Tsukasa, and he left a strong impression on me. I'm being laughed at.
ごめん
That's really kind of you. Is it heavy though?
別に
Not especially.
いや
I am the one who assigned to take it. Maybe I should.
いいって
It's fine, really.
はいしゅ
There, everything in its place.
ありがとう
Thank you so much. You're a huge help.
じゃあな
Catch you around.
パ
Hey, hold up.
お
お礼
Come on.
させてよ
Feel like I should do something nice for you in return.
いいよ
Don't worry about it. Your thanks is plenty.
いいから
Look, just wait there a second, okay? Oh, come on.
友達が
Jesus
増える
Christ. Making a new friend is always great, but when it happens to be Tsukasa Mikuni, it's all the better. He'd kind of been on my mind for a while, even though you just talked to the guy just now. What? Okay. There we go. Most of the times I've seen Tsukasa before this were in the school courtyard. He spent a lot of time there sitting alone on a bench. Even after school or during summer vacation, if I happened to pass by, I would always see him there. Why? And after this little encounter, we'd go on to make many fond memories together. Yet somehow the image of Tsukasa that stands out most in my mind is of him seated alone on that courtyard bench. Yeah. That doesn't look like he's on the courtyard bench. For you, I hope Cafe Olay is right. Hey! It's like Mix Olay. Come on. Sure, I guess anything's fine, really. Thanks. You didn't ask me if I like coffee or something? If I'm allergic to that shit or something? Come on. The least you can do is ask.
これは
It's customary when receiving a gift to quietly accept it without any offhanded remarks.
ギリがたい
Well, aren't we a stickler for tradition? Hee hee. We walked to the bench together, sat down, and began making small talk. Of course, instead of showing us that, instead of focusing on that useless fucking nonsense from before, you just tell us that, hey, we have small talk. Why not use the small talk as an opportunity to introduce each other, and therefore introducing to the players so that we can give a speck of care to them? At least we give a shit about them. But no, the game just says that, hey, look, they're getting to know each other, therefore you should care. Fuck this writing, dude. Fuck this writing. That courtyard bench was a sort of mystical place. The leaves rustled over your head, and if you closed your eyes and opened your ears, it felt as though you were in the middle of some forest. And then if you looked straight up, the sunlight poured in through the leaves, and you almost felt like you were in another world.
初めてす
This is the first time I've actually ever sat on one of these benches.
なかなかいいだろ
It's pretty nice, right? It is. It's lovely. Yeah, it really is. Oh, so is that why... Huh?
この時間とか
Well, you come here an awful lot, right? Like even after school and during summer vacation.
おう
I sure do.
この場所
God damn it. So bored. So you must really like this place then, huh?
まあね
Yeah, I guess I do. Well then, there we go. The leaves rustled as a gentle breeze blew between us. We were both silent for a bit, but strangely, it didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable. So aren't you going to ask? Ask what?
いつも一人
What I'm always doing here by myself or something? You're always here because you like this spot, right?
そうだ
Well, yeah. There you go.
何か理由があった
Question
りする
answered. Is there some other reason then?
ないよ
Not really. Then fuck! What kind of conversation is this? It's so fucking useless. So what would be the point of me asking? Yeah! Dumbass. Well, you've got me there, but people normally ask me if it's boring being here by myself or tell me they don't get it or say I'm a weirdo or something. I don't give a shit. That your question was fucking answered and that's that. What the fuck are you expecting more of this garbage? Really? I don't know. I guess I just don't think of it that way. The way I see it, if you like it here, then why not come here whenever you can?
お前
Guess that makes you the weirdo then. What?
いやそんな
Hey,
顔しな
don't
く
make
て
no
も
that face. Coming from me, that's a compliment. What? Calling someone a weirdo is supposed to be a compliment? Yeah, asshole. You bet it is. God damn, I'm not sure I buy that. You're just insulting me now. You're mean. Expression on Scott's face was a dead giveaway that he really enjoyed talking to me. And I've always loved the feeling I get when I know my words help brighten someone's day. Oh, my back. God damn it. Let me just stretch a bit. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, fuck. I must have been sporting one hell of a goofy smile at that moment. Ah, come on.
本当はさ
Actually, there's a place at this school that I like even more than here. Where's that?
秘密
I'm not telling. Then why even fucking bring it up? Asshole. Fucking motorcycle. What?
とっておきだから
It's my special place because you're a fucking special person? Which means it must be a totally awesome place, right?
あ
Yeah. I really want to see it. Come on. No way I can't spill the beans that easy. Besides, the view there isn't really nearly as consistent.
じゃないんだ
Ah, fuck this. It's so boring. Holy shit. What the fuck? Oh, God. Oh, God. You did it again, game. You have plenty of opportunities to help introduce your characters properly, except you focus on the nonsensical bullshit things. Fuck.